Have you ever thought about what takes a travel destination from just, nice to truly exceptional? Or even just how the whole tourism industry seems to be constantly changing with new tech and ideas popping up all the time?
It's definitely dynamic.
It's a really fascinating, complex world. And today, we're going to do a deep dive using the company profile of Dubtrx. They're a specialized tourism consultancy.
Right.
We'll use their approach sort of as a lens to understand the strategies and the thinking that are shaping the future of travel.
Exactly. And Dubtrx, they're based in Dubai, which is, well, it's practically a living case study in turning vision into a global tourism powerhouse.
Right.
Their main goal isn't just about, say, increasing numbers. It's about empowering destinations, organizations to achieve growth that's sustainable, innovative, and actually impactful.
Impactful.
Yeah, they really aim to be a key partner in, revolutionizing entire tourism ecosystems.
And it's not just talk, is it? Something that jumped out at me was their adherence to ISO 27000.2017.
Yeah.
For anyone listening who isn't familiar, what does that standard actually mean for a client? Is it more than just, good marketing?
That's a really good question. Because ISO 2700, it's not just about saying you're transparent, it gives this globally recognized framework.
A framework?
Yeah, for consistency and quality and how they actually deliver their services. In tourism, trust is huge, right? Projects are often complex, long-term.
Definitely.
So this standard means clients aren't just taking Dubtrx's word for it. They get an assurance of process quality. It kind of de-risks their investment, builds that long-term confidence. It's about ethics, sure, and measurable results, but it's all backed by this verifiable international benchmark.
Okay, so it's like a stamp of operational quality that gives real peace of mind. That fits neatly with their vision then, leading tourism towards a safe, sustainable, innovative future.
Precisely.
And their mission is how empowering businesses with those innovative strategies, those sustainable practices, to fuel growth and make experiences richer.
Exactly, putting the vision into action.
So over the next few minutes, we'll explore Dubtrx's philosophy, their services, basically how they're trying to shape tourism's future. But maybe more importantly, what can we learn from a firm like this about what makes a destination truly stand out today?
Right.
So Dubtrx bases its work around 6 guiding pillars, things like innovation, inclusivity, responsibility. They sound good, but for an industry as complex as tourism, why these pillars? How do they actually make a difference for a client on the ground?
Well, it's really how they connect. The profile lists them as innovation-driven solutions, sustainability and standards, global expertise with local insights, a stakeholder-centric approach, a core philosophy inspired by Dubai's own vision, and underpinning it all, a talented, diverse team. The interesting part is they aren't just separate ideas, they kind of feed into each other.
Let's take that stakeholder-centric approach first. Sounds great, but you've got clients, employees, partners, local communities. How do they actually manage all those potentially conflicting interests? How do they prioritize?
Yeah, that's a sharp point. And that's where their focus on responsiveness, collaboration, and transparency becomes really key.
Also?
It's not about pleasing everyone constantly, maybe, but about building consensus, finding that shared purpose. So imagine they're working on a new ecotourism project.
Okay.
They might run workshops involving local community leaders, environmental groups, investors, openly discussing the trade-offs, finding common ground.
So very interactive.
Very. This approach means solutions end up being more tailored, more effective, and they resonate better with everyone involved, which in turn makes the outcomes more sustainable, more impactful.
That focus on responsiveness, collaboration. It's smart. It makes me think, how much of that comes from their roots? Pillar 3 talks about being inspired by Dubai's vision. How does Dubai's spirit, that resilience, inclusivity, growth, actually translate into the solutions they give clients?
That connection is a real asset, I think. Dubai's story is all about rapid visionary development, right? So Dubtrx channels that by constantly looking ahead, anticipating trends, finding those emerging markets or technologies for clients. They call it future-ready solutions and opportunities unlocked.
Future-ready.
It's about bringing that ambitious global mindset, but then, and this is crucial, executing it locally, tailoring those big ideas to specific client needs, whether they're in the Gulf region or, say, North America.
Okay, now sustainability. Everyone talks about it, but Dubtrx says they're guided by the UN SDGs, the Sustainable Development Goals. That's a pretty big claim.
It is.
What does that look like in practice? Or can you give an example of how they actually integrate those global goals in a tangible way, beyond just words?
Right, and that's where their focus on people, places, and prosperity gets concrete.
People, places, prosperity.
Yeah, so for people, it means ensuring projects empower local communities, create fair job opportunities, respect local culture, not just bring in outsiders. For places, think about a coastal development. They wouldn't just build resorts, they'd also develop strategies for, say, coral reef restoration or waste management systems to protect the marine environment nearby.
So protecting the asset itself.
Exactly. And prosperity is about fostering local businesses, making sure economic benefits actually flow back into the community, creating tourism models that last, not just quick cash grabs. It's about long-term health for the destination.
That sounds really embedded, that sustainability focus. Impressive. But how do they ensure these goals are met with solid processes? Because the next pillar, ISO 20700, seems like it provides that accountability framework.
Precisely. We mentioned ISO 20700 earlier, and here it is again as a core pillar. It really signals their commitment to being transparent and results-driven.
And the benefits for the client.
Well, several. Transparent practices, so clients know what's happening. Ethical standards, which builds trust. And a focus on measurable impact, delivering actionable insights, trackable results. It proves their value.
Okay, makes sense. And the final pillar, innovative solutions. This feels like where the next gen aspect really kicks in. Integrating new tech, creative strategies. But how are these cutting edge technologies actually being used now to solve real problems and improve the visitor experience?
This is where it gets really interesting. It's not just tech for tech's sake. It's integrated for transformation.
Like what?
Okay, take AI, artificial intelligence. They use it for predictive analytics, forecasting tourism trends, maybe optimizing hotel staffing based on predicted occupancy,
Okay.
or personalizing traveler experiences, tailoring recommendations in real time based on, where you are or what you've liked before.
Right.
Then there's blockchain that offers secure, transparent transactions for bookings, payments, even digital certificates for training, maybe. It builds trust across the whole system.
And you mentioned digital twins before.
Yes. The digital twins concept is quite powerful. They can create virtual replicas of a hotel, an event space, even a national park.
A virtual replica. What?
Well, think about the insight that gives. Before building a huge new resort or planning a massive festival, they can simulate everything in the digital twin. Crowd flow, security protocols, waste management, even environmental impact.
Wow. Okay. So you test it digitally first.
Exactly. It de-risks huge investments. You can identify problems and optimize everything before you spend millions or impact the real world. It saves money, avoids mistakes, and ultimately leads to a much better visitor experience from day one.
That integrated tech approach sounds like it goes way beyond standard consulting.
It really does. It's redefining how destinations are planned, managed, and experienced.
So let's connect the dots. What does all this philosophy and tech mean in terms of actual services for destinations, organizations, even for us as travelers? Let's dig into their key offerings. First up, destination development and growth strategies.
Right. The goal here is pretty broad. Help destinations become more competitive, attract different types of visitors, and grow sustainably. It's about building a destination that's vibrant and future-proof.
And they tackle this in a few ways.
Yeah. First, strategic planning. That's crafting the big master plans, figuring out the unique selling points, the USPs, developing niche markets like ecotourism or cultural tourism, building local partnerships.
Okay, the foundations.
Then enhancing visitor experiences, designing ways to make the trip better using digital tools, interactive content, immersive activities, and always focusing on accessibility and getting feedback.
And that leads into smart destination development.
Exactly. Building those future-ready hubs using tech. We're talking big data for personalization, AI analytics for optimization, blockchain for secure transactions.
The stuff we just talked about, digital twins, metaverse applications.
Right, metaverse blending physical and virtual tourism, VR and AR for immersive experiences. Plus, they get really specific with niche tourism strategies.
So crafting tailored approaches for things like
Sports tourism, accessible tourism, adventure, culinary, cultural, ecotourism, medical tourism, religious tourism, even solo travel and coastal tourism, really drilling down into specific interests.
Got it. And the outcome of all this?
Hopefully increased destination appeal, solid economic growth that supports local businesses, a positive, sustainable impact on the environment and culture, and better collaboration between everyone involved.
Okay, next up, Human resource development, or HRD strategies,
Yeah.
this sounds like more than just standard training.
Definitely. It's about building a workforce that can adapt to market shifts, new technology, unexpected events, and there's a strong focus on safety training too.
Safety is key in tourism.
Absolutely. So their support covers things like continuous learning programs, robust safety training health, emergency preparedness, aligning the workforce with global standards.
Okay.
Helping them integrate technology like AI or IoT devices, Internet of Things, smart devices helping manage energy or guide visitors, and building partnerships with top training providers for recognized certifications.
So it's also about how they train. Innovative skill development?
Yes, guiding teams to actually use new tools smoothly, enhance service through technology, and manage change effectively, overcoming resistance and fostering innovation.
And the result?
Enhanced safety, better operations meeting international standards, a skilled and resilient workforce, and stronger industry ties through those training partnerships.
Dubtrx also develops certification programs themselves. What's the goal there?
It's about boosting workforce skills, raising industry standards overall, and keeping organizations aligned with global trends.
What kinds of certifications?
They offer a few types. Academic certifications, often with universities, blending theory and practice. Professional certifications for upskilling in areas like customer service or safety, maybe with global accreditation. And industry-specific ones tailored to unique needs within tourism subsectors.
And the benefits for a company investing in this?
You get higher industry standards, a more competent workforce, better organizational credibility, you stay aligned with global trends, and it can actually help with employee retention too. Highly skilled, certified staff tend to stick around.
Okay, let's zoom in now. Where does Dubtrx apply all this expertise? What specific parts of the tourism industry do they focus on? They break it down into 4 areas, starting with transportation.
Right. In transportation, it's about optimizing travel, air, water, land for satisfaction, efficiency, and sustainability.
So for air.
Improving airport operations, passenger experience. For water, it's cruise and ferry services, waterfront development. For land, innovating road and rail networks with smart systems, thinking about smooth logistics and flow.
Makes sense. Then, hospitality.
Yep. Strategies for accommodation, think eco-friendly hotels, finding ways to stand out, running efficiently. And food and beverage, creating unique dining, using sustainable practices in the kitchen and supply chain.
Third is recreation and entertainment.
Yeah, transforming leisure and culture. Optimizing recreational facilities like parks or museums, enhancing cultural engagement with authentic experiences, managing events, especially the MIC sector.
Meetings, incentives, conferences, exhibitions. That big business travel market.
Exactly. Handling logistics, safety for large events, and developing innovative leisure experiences using things like AR and VR for immersive journeys.
And the last area, tourism services.
This is about strengthening the connectors, consulting for DMOs, destination management organizations.
The ones promoting a specific place.
Right. Also, tour operators, OTAs, online travel agencies like Expedia or Booking.com, tourism government agencies, and tourism boards, helping them all operate better, deliver better service, and make the destination more appealing.
Okay, so pulling it all together. If you're a destination or a tourism business, why choose Dubtrx? What makes them stand out in this crowded field?
Well, connecting it back to the bigger picture, it seems to boil down to a few core strengths that tie everything together.
How do they manage to weave all these different threads, global standards, cutting-edge tech, sustainability, into something cohesive that makes them a top choice?
I think it's how consistently they link every service back to those core values.
Yeah.
Responsibility, impact, looking ahead. First, there's compliance and ethics. That ISO 2700 certification isn't just paper. It signals transparent, ethical operations right from the start, builds trust.
Okay.
Then there's sustainability core. That commitment to the UN SDGs means projects are actively designed for community benefit, heritage preservation, environmental protection. It's embedded, not an add-on.
Right.
They also bring genuine global expertise. Insights from places like the GCC, North America, combined with global best practices. So they have a broad, relevant perspective.
And the tech piece.
The next-gen innovation is central. They're not just talking about AI, blockchain, VRR, digital twins. They're actively integrating them to deliver solutions that push boundaries.
And finally,
Partnerships and tailored solutions. They seem really good at crafting customized strategies for specific needs, whether it's whole destination, a single hotel, or a niche market. And they build strong relationships with clients, experts, government agencies. It's not just off-the-shelf solutions.
so they're not just offering tech, but purpose-driven tech. Not just planning, but planning with sustainability and community built in.
That seems to be the cool message, yeah. It's about that holistic, responsible approach.
So we've really dug into the world of Dubtrx today. We've seen how they offer this integrated, forward-thinking approach to tourism development, HR, certifications. It feels like they're aiming to redefine travel itself.
It's ambitious.
Now, for everyone listening, think about how this kind of holistic approach, blending cutting-edge tech with deep commitments to sustainability and local context, might totally reshape your travel experiences in the future.
Yeah.
What parts of your next trip could be transformed by these next-gen solutions? And maybe more excitingly, what new possibilities might they unlock for the entire industry that we haven't even really imagined yet?